One front-wheel drive brick coming up right here, right now. Greetings Rummies and welcome to Rum, where you'll always find the joy of sim racing, and to It's a Mod world, where we test different mods for different sims to see if they add to your enjoyment. Welcome to the channel, my name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. We've been showing for the last couple of months, week after week, the great races of the ASRC on Clio Cup cars. They are vibrant, they are nail-biters, and they are based on a mod that does help make them that way. Also because it was developed together with Clio Cup drivers and engineers, and of course perfected race night after race night. The mod we had in the first race night has seen at least 3 updates since we started streaming the series. But that has all been based on rFactor 2. Last week, the mod making group behind the ASRC, the Advanced Simulation Group, together with renowned mod makers Trained Monkey Modding, released the same mod for Assetto Corsa, thus opening it up to a way larger group of drivers. We were allowed to drive the beta and have of course tested the released version. Hold on to your helmet while we tripod, as the often seen cornering on 3 wheels of these cars is called, through Alton Park. This mod captures the driving of these front wheel driven bricks very well, from the force feedback, which you may want to make a little bit stronger than it comes with, to the sheer necessity to work with a brake balance depending on where you are on the track. You will lock up the brakes if you're not careful, dealing with brake pressure and brake balance. Judging by the heavy amount of smoke on track, even the AI have their issues with it. Speaking of AI, it's incredibly well behaved and clever. Mind you, we do these tests using CSP nowadays, which has implemented improvements on AI behavior, but we've tested more than enough mods where, despite CSP, the AI was atrocious. The sound is great and quite similar to the real-world sound of these cars. Not only does the motor sound great, you'll also hear the wonderful high-pitched sounds of the suspension. As for how good the cars look, you are seeing it by yourself. The 3D model of these cars is excellent from the in and outside and supports the immersion even on VR. Speaking of which, when I set up a race against 33 AI drivers, Assetto Corsa warned me of the CPU reaching 99% load. While this normally stems from non-optimized LODs, it can also come from me using VR and the big number of AI cars, which Assetto Corsa cannot handle well. After all, if you would like to support our channel, you can do so by becoming a patron at patreon.com/rumrum. Amongst other perks, becoming a patron will fix your name for posterity like this, but you'll also be able to participate in our podcast recording, get to know what we plan and what we're doing, and will be able to take part in our decisions. So, a big thank you to our patrons and members. If you come here often, please consider subscribing. Do we recommend this mod? Absolutely! While we think the rFactor 2 mod is a bit more refined, not only aren't there any other good Clio Cup mods out there, this here is very well done and lots of fun to drive. Just maybe not against 33 AI opponents and with a bit stronger force feedback that you would normally use. The mod looks great, the force feedback is fine granular, the sound excellent, the handling a joy. If you like racing front-wheel drive bricks, this is one you cannot let pass. Recommended for advanced beginners up. As long as you know how to use brake balance, you should be fine.